Marketing Officer, ACKO, Mr. Ashish Mishra joins us and he will speak on the topic, can OOH perform at every stage of the marketing funnel? With a career spanning over 2 decades in brand building and marketing and a strong background in driving growth through strategic marketing initiatives, ACKO has worked in the BFSI space globally for 15 years and brought years of learnings to build a new age, digitally savvy, local Indian InsurTech brand, ACKO. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here to tell us more. Loud round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ashish Mishra.
Thank you so much for the introduction. So I have to put a disclaimer, these are my personal thoughts. And whatever I have figured out in my last 20 years of marketing and learning is something I'll share. Actually, later on we'll talk about the brands that have done this right and are really inspired by it. So yeah, so can OOH perform at every stage of the marketing funnel? The answer is yes, thank you very much. Jokes apart, is there anybody here who actually believes no? Any decent marketing guy understands that multimedia campaigns are not evaluated in isolation, and outdoor should never be on trial. The marketing team relationship should be on trial. That's the core part. And the more you understand this, the better it is. There's a small brand that does it really well, and we are also very inspired by them. They do this really well, and we have learned from them how it works. In fact, ACKO now has permanent sites across markets, major markets in which we heavily advertise. Yeah. So before we get into I really wanted to take a dig at this. Why was this topic even mentioned? And I'm very pissed at it. Why was the topic even mentioned? So let's look into this. Most marketing plans assume and optimize for a linear channel. Everybody believes there is first is awareness, then there is consideration, and then there is trial. And I believe that's not the way it works at all. Today on Instagram, you may see an ad and immediately buy one. And so where is the funnel? What are we talking about when it comes to? So most behavior gets optimized for this funnel and ends up creating bias in our own head. Secondly, I assume that most marketing plans don't work or are focused. They start with budget first, business second, and brand last. And that's the wrong, because then what happens is you're not actually solving for the brand's problem, you're actually solving for metrics that you can prove to people that the campaign worked. This is my pet peeve. It prioritizes something that I hate personally, a term called performance marketing. And obviously it's a good way to justify your spends to the outer audience, but brands are never built on Google and Facebook. Okay? Brands are, you can sell effectively, that's fine. But this puts pressure on other media to show measurement metrics. The effectiveness trap that is hidden in performance marketing is one of the biggest killers, and it urges you to measure what things. That's the biggest flaw. So, what is the modern marketer's dilemma? The number one dilemma is measurement. But what should we measure? Peter rightly said, what gets measured gets managed. However, Rohit Sutherland said a very interesting point. He said, what gets mismeasured gets mismanaged. I remember I used to work for a big bank in the Middle East, and we had a big outdoor summit. And every year I had to defend it to the CFO that works. And unfortunately, I had to use vague metrics like the number of vehicles that passed through it, and etc. Because he was obsessed with measuring only the investment on that outdoor. Right? So what gets mismeasured gets mismanaged is the bigger point. So our nemesis here is marketers' confirmation bias towards intent and effectiveness and proving that this works. Let's debunk those. Yeah. Proof that sometimes you don't need a powerful visual. But but you need a powerful dialogue. The Economist is one of the brands that I really love and who've done outdoor really well, and we'll talk more about that. Proof that it's always about who you're talking to, and also you are not who are your prospect audience. This clever piece, hello to all our leaders in high offices, is a very, it normally talks to people who are there but who also want to get to there. Prove that outdoor is not a static medium. Prove that the best outdoors are the ones that inspire interaction. Prove that outdoor can also be in real time, if done cleverly. The powerful outdoor can activate action. Prove the craft can help you tell the same story differently. I love this piece of work. Again, one of my favorite brands who do outdoor really well. Prove it pays to create a property specifically for outdoors. Now you tell me, do you really need to observe which part of the funnel this is? Whether it's awareness, consideration, or trial? I don't really think so. Loyalty and consistency can coexist. If you have data, you can be contextual and you can still be supremely creative. So, to me, outdoor is the purest form of advertising. And that's why it is a big pressure on teams to get it right. Currently, my biggest rants are about from marketing teams, including my own, is it is an extension of a poster. You don't think about it, you don't have an outdoor brief. It's an extension of a poster. So let's look at stuff that inspires us. When done right, it can be truly remarkable. It can spark conversations. For me, what was so powerful was to start a conversation about identifying the society. You had a outdoor installation that sparked conversation and people could actually read other people's personal life history through the QR code and installation. And that sparked a nationwide conversation about what actually looks like. That's the power of outdoor done right. It can also inspire people, and sometimes if you use it right, you don't need to have multiple executions of it. This one is from the Middle East. Which part of the funnel is there? I don't know how to put that in. But what a great thought. One single execution, a lot of media, a lot of what. Sometimes when outdoor right, it lives on the internet forever. If you do it right, it can be thought-provoking. For me, this is one of my favorite lines of all time. I've never read The Economist, Management Training, age 42. And I saw this in Bombay, I think 20 years back. I still remember it profoundly. You can have fun if the creative and the medium are in sync. And this is again one of the biggest flaws sometimes marketing teams don't do. If you create for a particular media, then you have a lot more effectiveness from your outdoor there. This is another, you can do justice to your brand proposition. One of my favorite examples from I think 2013. IBM had this proposition of smart cities, smart capabilities, and they built this installations across France. I think it's so much easier to do the normal, it's so much harder to think a little more, to make it a little more effective. This again, I feel that sometimes when you do installations right, they can become a TV and an internet grid. And here's an example for this. So as you can see, one little installation becomes a overnight TV event, live stream, etc. Something that's closer to my heart also. I think we got one time we got it right. That was the Mumbai campaign. And I was stunning visuals, very, very highly recalled, etc. And just to give you an idea, this was the only thing that we ran. We ran an outdoor campaign in Mumbai with black and white visuals. The city took off 40% year over year. And redoable, when you do it wrong. This, I don't know what happened here. I also don't know what we did. I don't know why we have two logos on that billboard. Something that we need to think about. And I don't know whatever this is and why is it there. So I want to give you this part, and that's the end of the presentation. The hard truth is that the impact of outdoor is tarnished when it is treated as an afterthought. And that's when the effectiveness parameter questions start popping up. So please don't give it a thought about it. Put in a little more effort. And this media, which I said is the purest form of advertising, will provide you enough returns that no one will ever question the funnel of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashish. Request you, sir, to kindly join us center stage because we're going to have 3 questions that Deepa Gupta from Madison OAH will bring up onto stage right now. She walks right on. Welcome, ma'am. I can see it till the very end. You're still looking at the questions coming in, right? I can imagine, please.
Fantastic presentation, as I was expecting it to be. So, just wanted to add to a few points that you have raised, and I'm sure most of us sitting in this room, I think all of us rather, I can say, we always thought, being in the industry where we breathe in and out of home like every day, outdoor primarily is considered as a powerhouse of impact through billboards. The cases that you've presented, it truly proves most of us wrong here. So great job on that, sir. Also, I would want to say that it's not just a reminder medium like a book. With the creative examples that you have showcased and with the kind of work that you have shown, especially the last one, it changes how a category like BFSI also can use outdoor very effectively. So, truly enlightening. I'll go to the next part. There are many questions. It gets really difficult to decide the best path, but I've tried whatever best I could shortlist. So the first question is from Rajiv Das. What metrics and KPIs should be used to measure the impact of OAH advertising on different stages of the marketing funnel?
I failed in my presentation with this is still the question. I don't have any KPI for outdoors. This is a wrong way to measure. The wrong thing to ask is, does outdoor work? There is no media mix modeling. If you don't do multimedia campaigns, and if you're only doing an outdoor, maybe that's the only time when you can have a KPI for it. Otherwise, it's a part of your media mix, and the overall campaigns you get evaluated. So we don't measure that any outdoors in ACKO. What we do, however, is strongly believe in the long-term impact, and hence we have 365 days outdoor because we know that that can become a memory structure. If you have a giant billboard at a particular important junction, you can actually, over a period of time, over 2 or 3 years, can sort of become a landmark. And you say, go straight, take a left from the ACKO outdoor, and then you'll reach your destination. And over a period of time, if you do it right and you have the right messaging on it, creative, and use it creatively, you don't need, there's no other KPI to you need. I mean, other marketers might have, I don't have.
So the next question also is linked to the first question. It's been asked by Fabian from IDFA. Given its current share of the ads, it is apparent OAH still finds itself as a bond medium. I'll repeat it. Given its current share of the ads, it is apparent OAH still finds itself as a want medium. Marketers use it only if they want it and not a need medium. brands cannot do without it. When and how, in your opinion, will OAH become a need medium?
We have decent marketers. If you are obsessed about performance and see major, but if you think of, let's look at it, okay? Cadbury's, Asian Paints, L'Oreal, Apple. Their performance marketing budgets are 20% of their overall budget. Outdoor is always a part of the plans. So if you are not using outdoor, it's not the media's problem. It's your myopia about being able to track something effectively and prove it into the system. So I generally believe that you should, if it solves for your campaign, there should never be an option in which outdoor is not there.
Okay. Another question is by Ashish Tandon. How do you see the role of OAH advertising evolving in the Indian marketing funnel, particularly with advancements in technology and changing consumer behaviors?
I don't know where the funnel keeps coming up, but can I skip this one?
Sure. I have another question which is right here. What stage of the market? Okay, I'll go to the next one.
See, I'm sorry, I might be deviating from the most popular belief here, but my genuine request is that please don't believe there is a linear funnel. There is no linear funnel. Okay, and unfortunately, with performance, there's an attribution. They're saying you can do studies and so on, but I still genuinely believe that you will never be able to prove exactly what caused the action of trial. So I might see something on the ground, I have seen heard the radio spot, watched it on TV, and then saw an Instagram ad, and then saw a Facebook ad, or whatever. The funnel is a little bit the other way. The two sectors which are, one which is most obsessed with funnel and one which is not obsessed with funnel. The one which is most obsessed with funnel is the BFSI sector. The one which is not obsessed with funnel is the FMCG, and Coke and Pepsi are not obsessed with funnel. Banks are. Because they are marketing-driven companies versus non-marketing-driven companies.
The question that I had said, I think you already answered that for BFSI. Where the funnel plays a role. So there is one more question here. And it's from Mr. Navendu. Why nowadays economists like OAH ads are not visible? Whose responsibility it is, creative agency or brand owners?
Both. I will raise my hand up. You saw what bad work we did with the Saffron Sarah campaign. But also I think agencies have started looking at outdoor as a giant poster. It's an adaptation. You don't design for it. All the examples that I wanted to show to you was the fact that these creatives or the idea was born for outdoor. And when it is born for outdoor, it will have tremendous impact. Right now, it's just a giant poster across. Even for the fact that the iPhone one, it says 2036 hopeful, and then there's a kid learning to swim. Such a beautiful, you can crack great ideas. It's just that I do believe marketing teams and agencies get lazy. Right? That's all.
You'll have to choose one of the questions.
I have to choose?
The best question?
Last one.
The last one. He's going to be with us.
Congratulations. Once again, Mr. Navendu Bhattacharya walks on the stage. Congratulations. And of course, we've got the check. Please join us center stage. Powered by MSMA. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that applause is definitely worthy. Someone is listening so intently and making sure that he comes up with the right words. So gentlemen, continue to be with us on stage. And also requesting you ma'am to join us. We've got a memento. Requesting Matthew family to us the honors. Thank you, Mr. Ashish Mishra. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ms. Deepa Gupta. And of course, congratulations, Mr. Bhattacharya.